Make sure the stuff is set up. That thing. You finally up in the studio. Let me see something real quick. What's good? XL3, who know? Can you hear me clear? Let me know if you can hear me good. My first time in the studio in a minute. Got some updated equipment, some new stuff going on. Let me know if you can hear me. XL3, who know? Trying to find it on my phone real quick. Audio good? All right, we good. I ain't gotta worry about it then. But yeah, man, I'm just seeing the situation with Anthony Joshua. And I was like, damn, the boy got into a car crash in Nigeria and two people in his vehicle are dead. Two people are dead, have passed away. So this is clearly an attempt on his life for ripping off the Illuminati, quote unquote, them people. There was no way they was gonna let this boy get away with going off script and taking that money like that. And I think he got $90 million or something like that. So in case you haven't heard, I'm gonna read the article in a second. You're going to hop on this. What's good? I'm gonna read this article in a second with Anthony Joshua and what happened to him. So this is serious. This ain't no joke. So this is what happened. Let me find this article real quick. Let's see. So it says Anthony Joshua, the Nigerian British boxer and former world heavyweight champion, suffered minor injuries Monday in a car crash in Nigeria that killed two other passengers, local police have confirmed. Don't get it messed up. He got minor injuries. You know what I'm saying? He got lucky and got up out of this. You can call this the universe. You can call this um some people have called it God, the Lord, whatever you want to say, Jesus, Allah, whatever you want to call it. This is luck. This is pure, cold, hard luck. This ain't nothing but luck for him to walk up out of this. That's what I'm telling you. So it says, like I said, he got minor injuries, but Joshua, a two-time heavyweight champion, was traveling in the back of a Lexus SUV on the Lagos Ibadan Expressway near Sagamu, his ancestral hometown, when the vehicle was involved in a collision around 11 a.m. local time. Says Joshua was transported to a specialist medical facility in Lagos and is in stable condition, according to local government. The vehicle conveying Anthony Joshua, a Lexus SUV, was involved in an accident under circumstances that are currently being investigated. Statement from Ogun State Police Command read. He was seated in the rear of the vehicle, sustained minor injuries, and is receiving medical attention. Tragically, two other passengers in the vehicle lost their lives at the scene. Like I said, this is no joke. This is a serious matter. He got lucky and got a couple little small minor injuries, but Joker's died in his car accident. It says police also told ESPN that Joshua's vehicle hit a stationary truck parked along the road. It has not been confirmed which vehicle the two people killed were in. The accident happened as a result of a burst tire on AJ's vehicle, which caused the driver to lose control and the vehicle to swerve into the stationary truck parked along the road. Ogun State Police Commissioner Lynn are going to told ESPN. Damn, I can't mute this real quick. Oh, ESPN. So it said, let me see. For now, it says I'm aware of two fatalities, and Joshua himself has been taken to the hospital for medical attention. Joshua was African following his sixth-round knockout victory over YouTube turned boxing sensation Jake Paul 9 days ago in Miami. Joshua and another passenger were immediately evacuated to a specialized medical facility in Lagos. A joint statement from the government of Ogun and Lagos states read later on Monday. Following the comprehensive clinical assessments, doctors have confirmed that both patients are stable and do not require any emergency medical intervention at this time. Joshua is conscious and has been in communication with his family. All right, so I seen a different article. I should have pulled the other one up. An alleged person that was there, a witness, person who was on the ground when this happened, say that all these people was in the same vehicle. The two people that died, and Anthony Joshua, and the other person who didn't die. X3 Al Huno said he got 90 million plus, but pretty sure he took less than 40 because of the U.S. tax and UK tax. Yeah, so he's definitely getting taxed on that. But yeah, he got $90 million. But look, whether the other people was in the car with him or was in that other car that they hit, either way, it had to be substantial, high impact for two jokers to die. You know what I'm saying? Make no mistake about it. This was them trying to take him out because he went off script with this Jake Paul fight. Jake Paul has supposedly jokingly and said that he went off script, although it's not actually confirmed or saying. But there was reports I seen of Jake Paul supposedly saying that he went off script, so that's why you know what I'm saying he got beat. And also Mike Tyson made a statement himself. He said that he wants to fight Jake Paul again, and next time around, he said last time he needed the money and this, not and that, and this. So basically, what he's saying is that he took the money for the fall too. That's what Mike Tyson is basically saying. We was watching it. I was like, this looks spooky. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't even look right. That Mike Tyson, the whole thing about it just looked totally crazy. So I'm sure that was scripted. And this one there, if you think about it, ain't no way Jake Paul was gonna go out here on this stage, all these people, all this attention he got, all the fights he been so called allegedly winning, and expect to get his ass knocked out like that. Trust when I tell you, there was definitely a script with this fight, and Anthony Joshua definitely went off script. 100%. There's no doubt about it. I guarantee you anything. So he thought he was going to take this money, go off script, get the win, look good, and just go off into the sunset. They said, Joker, look, that's not how this thing works. You don't get to just take this money. You're gonna run off across the goddamn the globe. You know what I'm saying? The world, back to your hometown, celebrating with this money you got. It ain't going down like that. Best believe they just try to take this Joker out. He escaped narrowly, but that's what this was. This was an attempt on his life. Oh, by the way, look at this shirt I got. Get this out the way. See that the Grinch said, "Fuck them kids." You know what I'm saying? My ugly sweater for Christmas. Fuck them kids, and on the back it says, "And they mamas too." You know what I'm saying? Amen. And they mamas too. But yeah, make no mistake about it, man. And I won't be surprised if something else happens to Anthony Joshua. They're not going to be satisfied with this. He got a couple little bruises, but he's not that messed up. You know what I'm saying? So he's pretty much good. But yeah, that's what this was. I don't care what they come out and saying on the thing. This was an attempt to sacrifice Anthony Joshua for taking this goddamn money, going off script. Um, because even if Jake Paul would have been willing to lose, he wouldn't have been willing to get his goddamn head knocked off like that. The way that boy hit him in that ring and almost broke his goddamn neck. Supposedly his jaw was broken like two different places. I seen pictures, but nowadays with AI, you don't know what pictures are real and what pictures aren't, so you don't know what's really real or not. I didn't have the energy to be going through every single goddamn post trying to figure out what exactly was true and what exactly wasn't, because so much stuff comes through the goddamn internet. You know how that goes, so you never know what's really the case and what's not sometime nowadays. But I seen enough pictures that looked like it was really his face. A big ass, he like a big ass balloon on the side of his face. His jaw was broke that hard. He wouldn't have been willing to, and I didn't realize how much bigger Anthony Joshua was than Jake Paul until I seen them side by side. Like after the fact, I didn't even see the fight, and then I saw the highlights and stuff, and I couldn't tell them. But when I finally got a chance to see them side by side, I was like, damn, Anthony Joshua was fucking towering over Jake Paul. He was like a monster compared to Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? So Jake Paul couldn't have really thought he had a real chance to win in a real regular fight with dude. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure that this was scripted for him to go out here, continue with his antics and all this type of shit. I'm sure of it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no goddamn way he actually thought he had a real chance to go out here and beat this boy. But yeah, man. that's what happened. So we're gonna continue to see what goes on with this. I might do some gematria on it, try to see if there's anything else behind the scenes that looks like it might be something. But this was them people trying to take out Anthony Joshua because he thought he gonna take this money and skate off into the goddamn sunset. So they had to remind this Joker, no, you don't. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's about it. Shout out to X3 Uno. You're gonna get uh hop ons, whoever other person is. They're moderators, so I should know who they are. You're going to get hop. I think that's somebody that probably changed their name at some point because I don't remember seeing that name before. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, got the studio going. Had to get some updated equipment. You know what I mean? Try to get a little motivation to get back to it a little bit. And there's a lot of shit that been going on. But shout out to everybody that came through. Let me try to get up out of here smoothly if I could. Sandra from Philly. Oh, shout out to you, Sandra from Philly. You said it like I know who you were. Sandra from Philly. I got a cousin Sandra in Philly. I know you ain't here. Said into the light. Said Light is a living legend. God damn that. God damn. Joe Joker said I'm a living legend. Shout out to you. To the light one. Shout out to you. God damn it. Because sometimes I be feeling like I'm a legend. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I do feel like a legend in certain ways and certain rights. I put in a lot of work for a lot of shit that people don't know about behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Shit that happened. That I ain't talking about YouTube. I'm talking about in real life too. You know what I'm saying? Putting a lot of work. I made a lot of things happen at a certain point in time, and shit that you can't take credit publicly for sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But I'm one of those type of people. They call them like the Avengers or some shit like that. You know what I mean? I'm one of them type of people that moved mountains behind the scenes, but can't take credit for it for obvious reasons. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. That's the type of shit I've been on, who I always been for the most part. And some shit on here on YouTube too. God damn it. Let me sit here and fucking toot my horn for a minute. I revolutionized a couple things on here. So yeah, shout out to you into the light when you say living legend. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. Let me get up out of here. I just wanted to talk about this Anthony Joshua thing real quick because this shit is obviously an attempt to sacrifice this boy. You can't just go off script in front of the world and just think you're gonna go back to your country and everything's all good. You living with the 90 million, like Exile Uno said. By the time you take taxes and everything out, you probably walked away with about 40. Even if you walked away with 10 or 20, it's still free money. You know what I'm saying? You went in there and beat up on the boy. It wasn't a real challenge or nothing like that. Any goddamn way for him. You don't just get to go off into the sunset and laugh at us. You back in Nigeria thinking everything's all good. You know what I'm saying? Imagine the amount of money that was lost with betting on this fight for people who were in on for people who thought they was in on it on the Jake Paul side of the game, who thought they was in on it. They probably had a specific a number of rounds that they made up that they had rigged up a specific number of everything. Even if Jake Paul was scheduled was scripted to lose and was willing to lose, he wasn't going to go out there and lose like that. That's not that goes against everything he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So that definitely wasn't part of the plan. But imagine the amount of money that was lost from people that was betting behind the scenes who thought they was in on it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Anthony Joshua was not getting away with this, and I won't be surprised. I think if this is in Africa, this is in Nigeria, so I'm not sure how that works. But I was about to say I won't be surprised if they figure out some type of way for him to be liable for these people dying and have to take his money. No, I'm saying, but Africa, I don't know how it is over there, but this was America. That even if he's a passenger in the back, like they said, it wasn't his fault. He's in the vehicle. They would have figured out a way to take the boy's money and made him be liable for the deaths, the injuries, hospital bills, and all that type of shit. Let's believe, and still might do it over there. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But that's about it, man. I'm out of there. Shout out to everybody that came through.